Hi! Welcome back to the review, where we talk about all things games, music, movies, shows, media, all for you.
And today is our final episode of the semester, and it's also our Christmas episode. And today it's going to be a little bit different, the structure. Usually we talk about one piece of media, but today we're going to talk about a bunch, because it's the holidays, and we want you guys to have so many options to watch or listen to over the break. So we're going to talk about all of our favorite holiday or Christmas movies and get into a couple of our favorite songs. So, today we're going to do it by type because neither of us could decide.
No, we cannot. We walked in, we were like, so what's your favorite movie? I don't know, I've got 5. We just, So we sectionalized them.
She was like, how many are we doing? And I was like, I was going to ask you, I don't know. So, we are going to do it by type. We decided, Jasmine decided, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. So, our first category, live action.
Live action.
Okay, actually, let us tell you the categories.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about live action, we're going to talk about animated, we're going to talk about claymation and stop motion, we're going to talk about our family traditions, and then we're going to talk about musical. So some of these might overlap. Mm-hmm. Like if a live action is a musical, but that's not like your favorite musical, they might be a little bit different. And if you're like, oh my God, but that's a musical.
Mind your business.
Who cares? So, and then we're going to talk about songs, but that's a whole separate thing. So let's talk live action.
All right, live action. My favorite live action, that's really tough. I'm stuck between probably Home Alone and Elf.
Oh, okay. Elf is not something I typically watch around the holidays. Like, okay, I do watch it, but definitely like not at home. My mom hates it. My mom does not like the movie. She's like not a big Will Ferrell fan. So like anything like that, she's like, Home Alone, classic.
Oh my God,
so I love that movie.
I love seeing all the little traps. It's so funny.
Yeah, like seeing it, like you're like, oh, that's just a funny movie, but like they were really trying to like kill him.
Yeah.
Like they're really trying to get him.
But it touches my heart because when I was little, me and my brother, we would build like little contraption things.
Oh, that's so cute. Wait.
Like our bedrooms were across the hallway, and we built like a lever and pulley system so we could send like messages in a bucket back and forth.
Jeez. Yo, Kevin? Yeah. Kevin.
Yeah, because Kevin's not here. Macaulay
Culkin. I was trying to say his last name, but I can't. But they were like
Kevin McAllister.
McAllister. Okay, there were Kevin McAllister in it up in that house. Jeez, that's so fun though. Oh my God,
yes.
Wait, it kind of like inspired you in real life. That's so cute.
Yeah. What's your favorite live action?
So we actually saw a couple of like newer Christmas movies in the past couple of years. Like, new ones will come out, and it's like, oh yeah, this is our favorite. One of them was actually on the other day. It's called Candy Cane Lane with Eddie Murphy. I think it started out on Prime, and now it's like, yeah, you can watch it on TV. And they live on I think they live on Candy Cane Lane. And it's about Eddie Murphy and his family, and he wants to win a decorating contest, like in The Grinch.
Yeah.
Which is also a favorite of mine, I think. And he goes to this magical store, sells them the 12 Days of Christmas tree, and then, it's about learning the true meaning of Christmas, and, they have to kind of get all of the things come to life, and they leave, and it's about him trying to get it back and, trying to learn the true meaning of Christmas before it's too late.
Okay.
So that's fun. And then, oh my gosh, I should have looked it up before, but there's another live action. Oh, there's no way I can remember that. That is a musical, but it's not my favorite musical, and I literally can't remember what it is. Oh, never mind.
Wait, describe it.
It's okay. So it's a Netflix original. I'm pretty sure. It's a Black cast, and it's about a Black family living in. Is it London? I think it's kind of like a found family too, and it's a musical, which is like such a bad descriptor. Oh my gosh, I can't. Maybe I'll look for it as we go on, and then I'll talk about it later.
Yeah, well, we'll come back.
Yeah. So the next one, which is huge,
Yeah.
animated movies, not like clay. Well, I mean, no, claymation can be animated, like it can be made, but like we're talking cartoon, we're talking computer.
Right.
So anything animated is free game.
Yes. I would say my favorite animated Christmas movie, it's kind of a mashup of holidays, but probably Rise of the Guardians. It's so fire.
Wait,
It's so good.
that's a wait,
It's a
yo,
banger.
that's a banger.
Yes.
Wait, yo, I forgot about
Rise of the
that.
Guardians, like,
Like,
Jack Frost, Santa, Easter Bunny, like
Yeah, yo.
Tooth Fairy. Hello, it's fire. Watch it.
the Easter Bunny and Santa, they need business in that movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I was about to curse. Sorry. I did it, though. I did it. Oh my God.
But it's really so basically, Rise of the Guardians. It's all of the like traditional holiday figures. They kind of have to try to reinstill hope because if they don't, then the villain of the movie, who is the boogeyman, is basically gonna like storm the world into an endless world of nightmares and just darkness. So
Yeah.
Jack Frost, who is kind of lesser known, along with kind of bigger characters like Santa, the Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, I think the Sandman, have
yes,
to try
Sandman.
and reinstill hope. And they try starting with like all the kids in the world, and just it's a really good holiday movie, and it's mainly centered, I think, around winter and Christmas time. So
Yes,
I think
so.
that's probably one of my favorite animated Christmas movies.
Oh my God, yeah, that's such a banger. And you know, like the Sandman plays a really big part, and like you don't really get to see him as often because
Yeah.
there's like a million Santa movies, bro. Like there's so many, and obviously he's here too. But like seeing Jack Frost not be annoying, first of all, because he's annoying in a
Yeah.
lot of movies. Okay. And then seeing the Sandman really shine, like you were saying, that's such a good one. I didn't even think about
It's
that.
really good.
I found the movie.
Okay.
So it's called Jingle Jangle, and it says, decades after his trusted apprentice betrayed him, a once joyful toy maker finds new hope when his kind and curious granddaughter comes into his life. So they are related. And it is a musical, but it's not like my favorite musical. It's one of my favorite live actions. And it's so sweet because it's kind of like, I'm pretty sure he betrays him and it becomes like this industrialized, huge corporation. And this is like very, being in tune with the craft itself and, trying to find joy in the little things as opposed to like the industrialization and like big production of it all. So it's like really sweet and it's so fun. Like this was a movie that, 2020, jeez, it was so long ago that we watched. But for animated, a really good one that I feel like I've heard no one talk about, it's probably because I saw it in theaters with like my cousin way back when. It's called Arthur Christmas.
Oh my gosh, wait, that's one of my family tradition movies.
Like, it's such a sweet movie. Like, obviously, okay, so it's about this like long line of Santa.
Yes.
Like the oldest son becomes Santa type of deal in this lineage. And Arthur is the younger brother, and he looks very different. He's like super like small, kind of frail almost, with brown hair. And his brother's like huge and like manly and whatever. And I say manly, but whatever. And
It's like the G.I. Joe of Christmas.
yeah. And, a present gets left behind, and Arthur and his grandfather have to make it across the world to give that present.
Yes,
And
and I think they have a little elf sidekick along the way too.
I think so, yeah. but that is a good one. Like that was such a fun movie. But also, I love the traditional like cartoon ones, like How the Grinch Stole Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Love that. I was gonna say Frosty, but that magician is mad annoying. Like he's so annoying in that movie, but it's a classic and it's probably one of my favorites. Now this next category is a big one.
Yeah.
Like this, when I hear this category, I'm like, this is Christmas. Like, 'tis the season, you know?
Like the classics.
The classics for us.
Yeah.
Not everybody. Claymation or stop motion?
Okay. Oh, my parents know it well because it's kind of become, you know, when your parents pick up something because you like showed interest in it when you were little and then they get you presents for it every year.
Mm-hmm.
I love it so much. I still love the movie so much to this day. But my claymation / stop motion Christmas movie would be The Nightmare Before Christmas. Yes, I love Tim Burton. And so basically, it's another kind of holiday mashup movie. There is...
There's a theme going on.
Yeah, a little theme going on. Jack, who is the Pumpkin King, he's like the king of Halloween Town. So every holiday kind of has their own little town or like world. And so he kind of gets tired of the repetition of Halloween. So he's like, I'm gonna just do someone else's holiday. So he kind of like kidnaps Santa Claus and tries to fill his role. But obviously, coming from Halloween Town, he doesn't fully get the concept of Christmas.
Yeah.
So things kind of spiral, and then he has to like save Santa, save the day. And it's a really good movie. It also has singing in it too.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that is like a classic for me too. Like we haven't even put it together yet, but we have like a holographic puzzle for the like cliff scene.
Oh yeah, like the big cliff with the curl.
With the curl, yeah. Like I have it, we have to put it together. Oh, I love Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes.
And it's not even just for us, or like I guess for me, like I'll watch it on Halloween, but I'll also watch it during Christmas because like duh.
I know. I love like a multi-use movie.
Yeah, like come on, duh. Like Rise of the Guardians, you can watch it like any holiday.
Any holiday, year round.
Easter, Christmas, during the winter.
Lose a tooth, you can watch the movie.
Yeah. Have a dream, watch the movie.
Yeah.
Duh, the Sandman's there too. That's like the whole shtick. So for me, stop motion is huge. And I'm talking all of the classics like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, A Year Without a Santa Claus, Santa Claus is Coming to Town. These are probably my favorite types of movies during the holidays. And they actually are kind of like my family tradition because we always watch them. But if I had to pick out of the three, A Year Without a Santa Claus is, I don't know why, but it's like one of my favorite movies because I think it's because you get introduced to like Heat Miser and Snow Miser, and you know, like these like forces of nature. And so A Year Without a Santa Claus is Santa Claus gets sick, and then his hater doctor, which is wild because he works for Santa, is like, no one has Christmas spirit, and he's like, oh, you're so right, and he just like believes him. And then Mrs. Claus like wants to save it, so she sends 2 elves and a small reindeer down to find Christmas spirit, and it kind of, you know, goes from there. I don't want to explain too much because it's a lot that happens in like 40 minutes. Like it's a lot. Santa Claus is Coming to Town is actually kind of like an origin story for Santa Claus, not in like the Santa Claus with like Tim Allen type of way, which actually is also a really good live action movie. It's like he was a baby. These Kringles found him, which like they become the elves. And then it's kind of like, I think it takes place in like Germany, because I'm pretty sure, is that where the first Christmas tree came from? I don't remember, but it takes place in somewhere like Eastern Europe. And it's about like telling you why he does what he does. So like, why does he go down the chimney? Well, it's because the Meister burger. It's like something super like repetitive like that. He like made sure they locked all the doors so they couldn't get toys, and like he was like a real hater of like toys and fun and all of that, because whenever it happened, something bad would happen. Like he would fall on it. He would, do that. So he would, so like their stockings were hanging after they washed it. So like that's when the stocking stuffers came in. So it was like all these little things, and why or how the reindeers got their like ability to fly.
Yeah.
Because it's like the father winter, whatever his name is. So that's like a super fun but also unique story of Santa's origin. And then Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is exactly what it sounds like. It's the story of Rudolph, but it also talks about another misfit. Misfit's like a big one. Being a misfit is like a huge theme because it's Rudolph. So like it has an elf, it has misfit toys. It's like a whole, it's like their whole thing. And that's a really fun movie to watch. But I literally hate everyone in it. Like Santa's annoying, the elves are annoying, the deer are annoying, Donner, because that's Rudolph's dad in this, he's annoying. Like the only ones that matter are the elf, Cornelius, the elf Cornelius, the misfit toys, and Rudolph's mother and his little girlfriend. I can get like real passionate about it, so let's
Next topic.
So family traditions.
Okay, there's a few family tradition movies in my family, and so
Right.
oh, okay, so probably just to like rattle four out, and then I'll talk about like two. Probably would be Klaus, which is animated. Deck the Halls, which has Danny DeVito. Christmas Vacation, which is super funny, and The Nutcracker in the Four Realms. So I'll go with the two latter. The Nutcracker in the Four Realms is a kind of like a Christmas Alice in Wonderland or like a Christmas Wizard of Oz. There's like this young girl, she gets this like nutcracker for Christmas, and she kind of like, it's like this big kind of regal estate that she's on for like this Christmas gala or something. And so she goes like, it's like snowing out, she goes into like the hedge maze, and she kind of loses her way, and then she ends up in like another world where it's like all Christmas, and there's these 4 different realms. There's like the sugar plum fairy, like the like in the Nutcracker there's like the mouse king, there's like the mouse queen or something. And there's like the Nutcracker army and stuff, and it's like this a bunch of world building. It's super cool, super fun. I recommend it. She basically has to like unite all the kingdoms, defeat the villain who, it's a twist villain. So I'm not gonna spoil. But yeah, so that's really cool. And then Christmas Vacation, very funny. It's about basically all the chaos that happens for this family during Christmas time as they try to throw a big party or just a family gathering. And there's lots of shenanigans that happen, and I highly recommend it.
Yeah, that's not that's not a movie I've ever actually watched. I always see it around the holidays.
Yeah.
But it's like never something that I clicked. But Nutcracker in the Four Realms sounds crazy.
I don't know. It's really cool.
And like you showed me like what it looked like, and I was like, oh, that actually kind of looks cool. Like I would love to see it, because I was telling her the only Nutcracker I've seen the only Nutcracker I care about is the Barbie one.
Yeah.
Loved Barbie movies growing up, but I haven't seen it in a very, very long time. I would love to, but it's been a while.
Yes. So the Nutcracker in the Four Realms, it's much more like the Tim Burton adaptation of Alice in Wonderland than like the cartoon Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
Because I was like, Four Realms, that's intense.
Yeah.
So like it definitely takes a little bit of creative freedom, but probably stays almost true to the story. Because you did say it's a twist villain. So
yeah.
For me, family traditions, I think I mentioned it earlier, we kind of watch a new movie every year. So like that's why we watch Candy Cane Lane, that's why I watch Jingle Jangle. So if we find a new Christmas movie, we'll watch it. So that's kind of like become a tradition of ours. So this year, I don't know. Maybe we'll find something by December. We'll usually watch it like Christmas Day because, like after my sister comes back home because she works at a hospital, so she like has to work in the morning. So we'll like watch a new movie, but definitely the stop motion ones, huge in my house. Like we watch every year. We're gonna buy them to have like the physical copies because we haven't had it in a very long time. The cartoons are also traditional. Frosty,
Grinch.
Grant, thank you. I was like, what is it called? My mom loves anything Charlie Brown, so we do watch like all the Peanut stuff. That's usually like anytime, like any specific holiday, like Thanksgiving we'll do it too. So like yeah, we're like a pretty classics family, with in addition to like a new movie that we'll see, which is why love Jingle Jangle, love Candy Cane Lane. And yeah, I was gonna say we watched a movie we haven't seen in a very long time, and I hope we can do it too. It's called We Wish You a Merry Christmas.
Okay.
It is a cartoon. It's about like the origin, all of these like origin stories that we watch, of Christmas caroling.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's about these. It follows these three orphans who want to give back to the community because the community always, gives them gifts no matter what. And it's about, them trying to find a present. They want to do community. And then Mrs. Claus, she's like in everybody's business. She comes and she's like, the gift from the heart. And it's like a whole thing. And we watched it the other day. And that used to be something we watched all the time because we had like the VHS. Mm-hmm. Like we are a big VHS family. We don't anymore. We had so many VHS, bro. We're not. So kind of like having that, we get like very nostalgic during the holidays, is what I'm trying to say. But let's move on to our next one, which is a good one.
Musicals.
Yeah. For favorite Christmas musical.
Okay. So this one is like a diamond in the rough. It's very niche. I don't know if anyone's ever actually heard about it. I don't even know how I've discovered it. But if you like musicals, Christmas, and zombie apocalypse, you would love this movie.
So crazy.
Called Anna and the Apocalypse, which is basically a musical movie following, I believe they're set in high school. The main character is this high school girl, and she has dreams to kind of travel the world, but her father wants her to like go to college, all the next steps, get a job, and basically everyone's life just gets like thrown into the blender because the zombie apocalypse starts. And basically it's kind of like this kind of Breakfast Club ragtag group of high schoolers are kind of stuck in the high school and eventually get out and like get to other places, but they are trying to survive. And there's I guess not fully twist because you can kind of predict it in the beginning, but
right.
Another twist villain. Aside from all these zombies. And so it's basically just them trying to survive, escape, and get back to their families.
And this is a musical.
Yes, and it's a musical.
It sounds like something. Oh my gosh. Okay, what is it called again, you said?
Anna and the Apocalypse.
2007. Yeah, it sounds like something that would come out.
Yes. Yeah.
It's so, like, ridiculous that it's, like, that's what makes it. Zombies, Christmas, musical. Like that's
it's quite a mix.
That's not a string of words you hear often.
No,
like sometimes
I
like sometimes you'll hear like, oh, Die Hard Christmas movie, blah blah blah. And then you're like, okay, whatever. You hear this and I definitely have to check it out.
Yeah.
Cause that sounds really chaotic. But that sounds so fun. Okay. For me, favorite Christmas musical would have to. Oh, that's actually kind of hard. I wasn't even thinking about it while we were talking. Actually, Jingle Jangle is a really good one. It is one of my favorite live actions. But it does have really good music, like vocally too. I love a musical that has good vocals. Sometimes they don't. And I feel like there's a lot of Christmas movies that I watch, especially like the traditional ones, have like musical aspects to it. So I could count them, but I think Jingle Jangle is so, I don't know, like unique in its way, because like, you know, we see all these movies with like the traditional, like, you know, what Christmas means, jeez, and like all of these like lessons that we see in film, and this kind of is like the opposite. Like he has the lessons, he just has to, you know, kind of put it out there. I don't know how to explain it, but like the music in this movie is so good, and everyone is so talented, and it is on Netflix, so if you have it, watch it. Now, before we move on to the music, out of all of the movies that you said, which 2 or 3 would you recommend most to the viewers to watch over the holidays?
Oh, oh wow, you put me on the spot.
Okay, I think so.
Okay. Okay, definitely The Nutcracker in the Four Realms is one of them, because I feel like not a lot of people have heard about it, and I think more people would appreciate it than the amount of people would appreciate like Anna and the Apocalypse. I feel like it's very like a theater kid movie.
Okay, yeah.
But Nutcracker in the Four Realms and Deck the Halls, if you've not seen it. It's older, but I think it's really funny. It's kind of like a rivalry between two neighbors to like be the better Christmas person in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I guess my classic, Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah. Like for me, I would probably say one of those 3 stop motions, so probably A Year Without a Santa Claus. And if you are, I didn't mention this because it's like not my favorite. It is fun though. If you are interested in claymation and want to see more like more of like the Heat Miser, Snow Miser, Miser Brother Christmas is a really good one too. And it kind of like you see more of that family, like the forces of nature, and that's really fun. So I would say A Year Without a Santa Claus, because that's a banger. I would say Jingle Jangle, because I feel like a lot of times you don't see a lot of like Black families in Christmas movies, and it's a musical. Like just like it's like hit after hit after hit. Like it's so good. And 3, oh wait, I didn't even mention this. Oh, I forgot. So no, I won't say it.
Okay.
No one's gonna know. But 3 would probably have to be. Ooh, what would be the 3rd one? I guess one of the family traditions. Like you have to watch the original How the Grinch Stole Christmas, like the cartoon.
Yeah.
Love the Jim Carrey one, but the original is just so like Dr. Seuss is so nostalgic and it's so fun. So definitely recommend that. Like those are my top 3. I would recommend the most if you have time, if you have access to it. These are our 6 that we want you to watch the most. And now we're going to talk about music.
I love music.
So you mentioned it first, so you can.
Yes, okay. I think a Christmas song that I really love is Fall Out Boy, It Feels Like Christmas. I don't know. It's just, you know, it's unique. It's different. I really like their style of music. I like that kind of, it's not...
Like kind of like alternative rock.
Yeah, alternative rock.
Yeah.
Love Fall Out Boy so much. I love Patrick
amazing.
Stump. I love Patrick Stump.
They're so
yes,
talented. Like
yes.
what's
And I love it when alternative rock bands do Christmas songs or covers of Christmas songs. So yes, It Feels Like Christmas. It's one of my favorite songs.
I would say for me, it's mine is like a cover. Where Are You Christmas? I did mention The Grinch, like Jim Carrey's Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. In it, Cindy Lou Who sings Where Are You Christmas? And Pentatonics, who I love and adore and I've followed since they competed on the Sing Off, is like really famous for their Christmas covers, and they do Where Are You Christmas?
Oh.
When I tell you, it's literally one of my favorite covers of theirs. That it's just like I'm a firm believer in Christmas music staying at the end of the year. I am that person. But Where Are You Christmas? Well, I will listen to that year round. It's so good. And Carol of the Bells, also by Pentatonics. I love Pentatonics so much. I think those would be my top Christmas music. My top Christmas songs.
Yeah.
I'm kind of trying to think of. I think I really. Have you heard Kelly Clarkson? Underneath the Christmas Tree.
I don't know if I have.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Oh, I'll have to check it out.
I love Kelly Clarkson too. I think that's like pretty much. I'm looking at the computer, guys, but it's literally just our topics and then Fall Out Boy.
It's like 5 words and then Fall Out Boy.
It feels like Christmas. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it for this episode. Do you have any final words as our first semester of the show kind of comes to an end?
I guess I just want to say that this has been so much fun, and I love this so much. I am a biology major, so this has nothing to do with what I'm going towards, but I would say this is another passion of mine, and I'm so thankful for this opportunity to be able to come into like the Mac lab, get behind a camera, take cameras with me, to do this, do Hill Thrills. I love you, Marissa.
I love you too.
Marissa's such a beautiful, amazing soul.
Thank you.
Amazing person. She is so talented, so skilled. She edits my stuff. She's a triple threat. And I love this show, and I love the fact that even if I'm not taking another M class next semester, that I can still come back and do this.
Be here.
Yes.
Do you have any hopes for this show next semester?
Ooh, I hope that maybe we can get more audience participation. Like maybe
Yes.
more people could reach out, we could bring them on the show.
Yeah, I do have someone in mind already.
Ooh.
Because I was told about him a while ago and I just haven't had a chance to like reach out to him. But yeah, I would love to have more people. Like whether it'll probably like be one or the other, like one of us, like one of the main hosts, and we'll have guests. But for me, this has been, I wish we got to do more. And that's on me. Full transparency, that's on me. I'm not like the greatest attendant, like I don't have the greatest attendance record.
But hey, it's been a busy semester.
It's been super hectic too. Like you said, I was editing Hill Thrills all semester, which, I'm very thankful for because it helps me build my portfolio, but also because, someone is trusting me with their work. Like she went out there, she was out there for hours, and like she trusts me to put it together, even if we don't meet to edit it. So that was really fun. Greg has been just so kind and so helpful in editing this for us, and also providing us with the studio time. And I hope we get to do maybe 2 episodes. I would love to do a month next semester because I am an MCOM major, but I'm also a senior, which means this is my last year, and this is like the first year I'm actually like really getting involved, and I'm actually so thankful for it. And I'm so thankful for Jasmine, and I love you so much,
Yes.
for kind of not even like pushing me to out of my comfort zone, but like being willing to like work with me and like, you know, kind of be like, oh yeah, I'll do it with you, you know, like, or, you know, like she's helping me with my portfolio because I can edit filters, but, you know, she's also doing this with me. And, you know, we did a short film together in our other class. So we've been like, we're like this all semester. And I'm really, really excited about that. And you're in TV production next semester, right? Or you're gonna be? No? Okay, never mind.
I can be, even if it's creditless.
Yeah, so you'll definitely be seeing more of us next semester.
Yes.
This has been really, really fun. We will talk over break to see what our first episode back will be, because I kind of want to, like, if possible, hit the ground running.
Oh yeah,
because,
jump right in.
Again, it's my last semester, and it's my first time getting involved, so, like, I don't, like, have as much time, and, you know, I hope that'll be like a next semester when I'm about to, my message will be a next semester thing. But yeah, this has been the review. And this has been our Christmas episode. We hope to see you guys next semester.
Yes. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. I love you guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.